Hello everybody and welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. Today I will be doing some channeled messages with Spirit. So this is a chance for us to drop in and see what Spirit has to share during this very interesting time in history. I am recording this in July 2024. So stay tuned and we will be tuning into Spirit's messages for the months to come and just getting any guidance. So let's take a moment, ground down together. You can close the eyes. We ask that this reading is protected with a huge bubble of golden light encapsulated in shimmering purple. We call in Great Spirit, all spirit guides, the supreme beings, spirits of the earth, air, fire, and water, our allies, our healed ancestors, our ascended masters, our light galactic family, and any and all light beings channeling our highest wisdom, highest knowledge, highest guidance during this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share any direct, specific messages with us, which are beneficial to all of humanity and the healing of the planet. Okay. Spirit is starting by showing a lot of chaos coming for us, and this is no surprise as we have been experiencing quite a lot of chaos at the highest levels of our society, including government, law. Even the systems that have been designed to protect us are not actually fully protecting us. And Spirit is showing that things like Big Pharma and, dare I say it, the Secret Service, all of these different things are not what they set out to be and what they advertise themselves to be. And all of this is now coming to a head. And Spirit is showing a lot of chaos as people are exposed to the truth. And what Spirit is showing is uprising and riots and people becoming very involved in all of these different topics in order to start to dismantle the systems as we know them. And they are saying this is a very real and physical thing which will be happening on the planet. And they are especially showing America as one of the main places where all of this chaos is going to take hold. And they are also showing a couple other countries as well, but largely a lot of focus on America. And just for the sake of this reading, they are asking that I focus largely on America, although they are saying that the shifts are happening far across the world, and they are also acknowledging that there's a lot of violence and destruction that is happening in other places, definitely South America. They're even talking about Russia, Yugoslavia, the Czech Republic. They're bringing a whole list of places in. And so they're just saying these shifts are happening across the globe. And they want us to know that at first people are coming against very hard emotions, and the people are angry, but they also feel that they're suffering. And humanity does feel like it's suffering because the systems that have been in place are not protecting them in the way that they are advertised to. And Spirit is showing a lot of activity around the Supreme Court. This is in America, and they're showing a lot of shifting and a lot of different voices coming in, and there's many rebuttals and there's a lot of back and forth. And what they're symbolically showing is like this can of water, but it keeps getting overturned, and then it kind of comes back up and then it gets turned over again. So really nothing is stable. And they're showing an entire overturning of the governmental systems that we have known to just completely change, essentially. And they're saying that this is going to spark polarity and kind of obstruction between people. And it's funny because they show one red sea and one blue sea, but they said it will be different this time because this time, interestingly, there's a golden link between the two seas. So this is supposed to talk about the Republican Party and the Democratic Party as being separate, but there is a new party emerging in Spirit's terms, which is like this golden link that is linking the two of them. And this new party is actually, I suppose, what you would describe as non-partisan. It's not Republican or Democrat. It is people that feel like they don't actually want to take sides. They just are horrified by how the systems are not doing what they're meant to do. And so Spirit is saying this is necessary in order for the structure to take hold in the golden age. And there will be a much different structure as we start coming into the new earth. And what they're showing is appointing some people who speak out first against the hypocrisies and the violence and even the undercutting ways of doing things that is not serving humanity, and most certainly is not serving the American people. And they're showing this kind of tall man with gray hair, and he looks very nonpartisan to me because they are showing green around him, and they're saying that he will be speaking out in a mass scale and that he will garner the respect of many people. And this man, whoever he is somebody who is going to gain a lot of attention, and although he's not going to win in the election itself, he will stand for a new way of being. So yes, this seems like somebody who's like in the Green Party or potentially someone else, another leader that emerges. Now, likewise, they are also showing Trump, and they show a lot of red around him, and they're showing a lot of energy around him, and they're saying that he will be absolutely disgusted by the truth behind his assassination attempt, and they're confirming it was an assassination attempt. And he's disgusted to find the truth, and he's horrified by the truth, and he gets his own team of people in place. And then once he gets those people in place, he actually starts to expose the misdoings that happened to him. And he takes this as a chance to expose not just that event, but actually so many different things that the government has not shared with the American people. And he speaks about it very brashly and harshly because he's filled with anger and fury. And this fury is actually positive, is what Spirit is saying, because it is showing other people what needs to be known. And then, of course, people start to follow him in drones and in hordes, and they start to have these uprisings, and they're showing riots, and they're showing a lot of chaos around these riots that are coming, especially in late September, October, and early November. There's a lot of energy around this, and people are really upset about what has been happening. And all of this, although it's very chaotic, is necessary, according to Spirit, because Spirit is saying that these things need to happen in order for there to be a new template and a new way of being. And then they show the Democratic Party, and they show a lot of shifting energy in the Democratic Party, and it's almost like imagine that people are playing on a tennis court, but they're tossing the ball to each other, and they're saying, here, you take responsibility, and then the ball is tossed back to them. So it's kind of like nobody really knows who the main leader of the Democratic Party is, because it keeps getting tossed around like this tennis ball that's getting tossed between people. But they do show Kamala Harris, and they show her very serious and trying to carry a message, and they show that she does garner more support than what was had previously in the Democratic Party for this specific election. However, they also show her feeling a little unprepared, because what they're showing is like a rocket ship, and the rocket ship is trying to go forth, and it's almost like not all of the space people have their suits on. So that's the energy of the Democratic Party, and it feels like all these tattered threads that are not woven together perfectly. So here we have these two completely different parties, and Spirit is just saying that there's not a lot of consistency or coherence across either one. There's actually quite a bit of chaos. And they're also showing other world leaders stepping up. And these are people, even like Elon Musk, who's stepping up, speaking out. Definitely there's a lot of internet activity around the changes that are taking place. There's a lot of outrage, but there are a couple world leaders who are stepping up and are saying we have to stay calm even during these trying times. And now they're fast forwarding to about February of 2025. So like I said, I'm recording this July 2024, and I am being shown the stock market, and I'm being shown this like flatlining. It's like red line going way down, and there's like a flatlining, and there is a crash. And they are saying this is very similar to the crash that happened previously. And they show Wall Street, and they show real estate, and they show everything going down. And they're saying that the only person who feels like he actually has a lot of money during this time is Warren Buffett. And they're joking when they say that, but they're saying it's a very dire time, akin to the Great Depression. And they are showing Trump as the president at this time, and he is very serious. His jaw is set, and he's clenching his teeth. And he's very angry because he knew that this was coming, and he did as much as he could to change it within the short time that he had to act, but that he's just horrified that he has to guide the American people through this. But he has to, and he believes that it is not just his work, but actually the work of God or a higher power moving through him to guide the American people through this very difficult time. And that is what Spirit is saying. And Spirit is saying that he will reinstate many jobs, and this will also be a little controversial, but they are showing me coal mines, and they're showing me kind of like more traditional labor, because they're showing people shoveling and making bridges. So similar to what FDR did, essentially. And they're showing kind of like history repeating itself. And this crash will be very hard for people, and there will even be some people who rush to try and get their money out of the bank even ahead of the crash, because I'm seeing some people trying to take out their funds and even trying to convert their cash into gold. So there will almost be word on the street or rumors that this is going to happen, and it looks like it will be happening around February. Between February and March of 2025 is when it will hit the lowest point, is what Spirit is sharing with me. And they're saying that, of course, many people will use this to say that the president is not fit for his role, and that even then they will try and out him through this line of thinking that it's his fault and that he's not fit for the role. And so that's going to be hard for him to handle. However, at the same time, Spirit is also showing this group of light beings coming in, and these are like angels, and there are many on earth, and they come in to heal and repair. And they're showing these people going to schools and also going towards water sources and trying to establish this much healthier type of water. And they're showing much more hands-on school systems, and that this is a positive thing that happens. So even though everything is kind of hard and negative and dark, there are these positive earth angels who are working to heal the planet. And interestingly, they're saying, yes, the majority of people are in an energy of chaos, but the fear that is sparked by it doesn't actually last as long as it did in the past, because people have learned to be more connected to God and Great Spirit, and they know that the healing of the planet is on the way. And so I'm seeing these people gathering hands and singing out in unison together, and they're singing to Spirit, and they're praying for the land, and they're praying for the people, and this will be taking place across the globe. And this is actually around the same time that I can foresee this great crash happening. So probably March 2025, if I were just to estimate. I'm seeing all these people across the globe coming together, and it's like this beautiful union of spirit and humanity, and people are praying, and they're saying, please help us, please protect us. You know, we're tired of our earth being this destructive place. We want this to be a place of love. And I'm even seeing some people coming together and planting trees to symbolize the mission that they're calling forth and that they're bringing forth. And it's interesting because Spirit is now shifting to all of the babies that are coming to planet Earth and saying that all of these babies have these supreme powers, many of them anyways, and their eyes are lit up, they are channelers, they're psychics, they're coming with all of these beautiful codes and energy for the new Earth, and somehow they give the people hope, even during this very trying time. And Spirit is just lovingly reminding us that the earth is a school and that the earth is protected. So even though things are not easy at all, they are right, and justice is being served. And one of the ways justice has to be served is for things to actually fall down prior to the uprising and then the reestablishment of new systems. And Spirit is showing a lot of ET activity around this as well, especially in November, December of 2024, and then really all the way into 2027. We see a lot of extraterrestrial activity. And they are what I would call star beings who are coming to the planet, but we are also seeing extraterrestrials who are communicating with parts of the government and are also communicating with certain humans to establish what I'm hearing are called cross-planetary schools. And I'm seeing that there will be a new schooling system that is implemented where there's energy and wisdom from other galaxies that is now being carried down to Earth. And then likewise, some of the lessons and the structure of Earth is being carried up to other planets and galaxies. And so there's like this cross-pollination effect which is happening. And during this time, there's almost like a even deeper return of space travel. So more people are wanting to go to space and explore space, and Elon Musk is one of the reasons why this will be more accessible to the public, and really more people are going to start traveling to other planets and other places. And they even are showing Mars, which is fascinating because I don't even know if Mars is habitable. But in any case, they're saying that there's going to be a lot of research conducted on the stratosphere and galaxies and really just what is available to humans outside of the land on planet Earth. And then they're also showing that new discoveries are happening, some of which are very exciting and show that there have been these very specialized beings living on planet Earth. And they are showing dinosaurs, which we already know about, but they're also showing different types of people that lived on planet Earth. And this is all to support the idea that humans didn't always look as we looked, and that we have these supreme abilities, including intuition, and that we're actually energetically running on a higher currency and frequency. And so Spirit is showing all of these positive developments happening, even while society, as we have known it, is crumbling. And then last but not least, Spirit is showing all of these angels watching over Earth, and they're saying angels are coming much closer to the surface of planet Earth than they ever have before. And people are going to be having these very intense premonitions and dreams about the future of the planet. And the future of the planet looks very good, even though currently things at a first glance look very bad. And so that is what Spirit wants us to know. And they come in today with a lot of love and blessings because they want to tell us that everything that they share is true. And there is going to be some very topical events happening. I can already see headlines about Joe Biden having passed away, and people kind of paying their respects to him, and the earth going through this time of great mourning, but also a lot of chaos. And yet Spirit is saying, don't worry, because despite this chaos, there is going to be a much higher vibrational energy implementing itself on Earth than ever before. So this is what Spirit wants us to know today, and they are encouraging us to lean in to trust with an open heart, knowing that our souls decided to be here at this time, believe it or not. And they just want us to know that even though things have been very turbulent, that they are going to get better, and that we will be seeing real symbolism and real physical evidence of the golden age and the new earth really coming to planet Earth once and for all. So, thank you for receiving these messages today. It's always interesting to see what comes through. We thank Great Spirit. We thank all of our guides for coming in today. If you have any questions, comments, reactions, opinions about what you think is coming for planet Earth and things that we need to be mindful of, please comment them down below. If you found this helpful, please give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see all of you very soon. Have a beautiful day.